disposition of their loved ones. It's a more affordable process and an alternative to traditional burials. For more information on our various services, 5118. Remember, NIFA cares for you.
Dominica National Lottery introducing to you the brand new game, Match 5 and Boom. Are you ready to play for the jackpot? Jackpot starts at $10,000. You can get your tickets at any lottery agent near you and get ready to boom, boom, and win.
Fair and balanced, unbiased and clear, concise and accurate. This is the DBS Evening News. Here now is your presenter with the headlines.
In the headlines, the 2026 All Mass Festival is set for the communities of Layu and St. Joseph. In news from the region, Haitian Prime Minister escapes dismissal. And internationally, massive winter storm expected in the U.S. this weekend. Good evening, I am Leila Langford. Details of the news when we return.
It's in the feeling in our weeks it's in the meaning in our spark. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. Cause the rhythm of life is pumping. Together going strong. No matter what we keep this going. Before we will go all in. Hands up in the sky. Celebrate. Come let your rhythm flow.
DBS News.
Welcome back. Making the headline this evening, the All Mass Festival, organized by the Cultural Division, will move to the communities of Layu and St. Joseph this year. Chief Cultural Officer Ulson Matthew says the traditional aspects of Dominica's Carnival will be on full display. The event is set for this Saturday from 4 a.m.
All Mass is an event that has become very popular, or even more popular, when we turned it into a Juve and we started off at Point Michel. But traditionally, All Mass is an event that doesn't stay in the same community every year. So we move it to a suitable location each time, and this year we're on the move again. And the purpose of the event is to highlight the traditional aspects of Dominica's Carnival, because they don't always get its time and place to shine in the midst of the contemporary aspects of the carnival. So we want to give it its own time and place to shine. And sometimes we target communities hoping to bring that culture and bring in the culture to those communities in cases that it's not very strong. And at the end of the exercise, they hope that probably at the very least a traditional group is formed. So the intention is to start at the entrance of Layu, because we consider them twin communities, St. Joseph and Layu, and we don't want to exclude anybody. We want everybody included in that. And we proceed through the community of Layu, along the link road on the bayside, and then we enter St. Joseph and make our rounds in St. Joseph as well. So Common Witness, Lapo Kabwit, Sensei, Black Devils, Band Movies, Stilt Walkers, Suswell Sui, Pan, Red Ochre, the Big Bottom Ladies, and much more. Everything traditional.
Chief Cultural Officer Ulson Matthew. Dominican employers are to pay an 8% increase in contributions to the Dominica Social Security. Marketing and Communications Officer at the Dominica Social Security, Kamasha Lloyd, says this increase comes following a review in 2012. Lloyd was speaking on DBS Radio this morning.
Have been in effect since 2012, when we sought to realize a 5% overall increase in the contribution rate. So that change started in 2012. So this year we are having an increase, but to the employer portion of the contribution rate. So every year when this rate increases, it alternates between the employee and the employer. So last year we had an increase and the employee was the one who bore that increase. This year the increase will be on the employer portion of the contribution contribution. We know that the contribution rate for Social Security, a portion of it is made by the employee and a portion the employer pays on behalf of the employee. So again, we are reiterating that the increase is only on the portion that the employer is paying on behalf of the employee. So that new rate, last year the rate was 7.75%, was deducted from the employee, and this year the new rate will be 8%. So last year employers were paying 7.75% of the gross income of employees to Social Security, 0.25% increase.
Marketing and Communications Officer at the Dominica Social Security, Kamasha Lloyd. The Wesley High School has amassed the most points in the first round of competition in the Inter-Secondary Schools Debating Competition. 6 schools debated on the topic, local communities should have veto power over projects that significantly affect their environment.
The knockoff round of the Inter-Secondary Schools Debating Competition has commenced on day 1. 6 secondary schools debated on the topic, local communities should have veto power over projects that significantly affect their environment. The judges have scored the schools and the students who represented them in the following order. The top scoring school today was the Wesley High School, amassing a score of 328 points. The second highest score this afternoon came from the Orion Academy, who amassed 320 points. The third was the Convent High School, amassing a score of 317 points. The fourth was the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School, amassing a score of 288 points. The fifth, the St. Mary's Academy, with 286 points. And the sixth, the Arthur Waldron SDA Academy, with 263 points. Tomorrow, there will be the second day of debating. 3 schools will participate, and they will also be scored. At the end of the second day of debate, the top 7 highest scoring schools will be chosen to move on to the second round of the competition, which happens in February. So the scores of today will be compared to the scores coming through tomorrow, and the 7 highest scoring schools will move on to the second round.
Organizer of the Inter-Secondary Schools Debating Competition, Trudy Christian. Agriculture Minister Roland Roye says that the new agricultural land lease facility introduced by government last week is a bold initiative to sustain agriculture among the youth. The agricultural land lease facility will ensure that 300 acres of land are made available to young people in the various communities at $1 per acre a year.
The Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy is very pleased by the Cabinet's approval of an agricultural land lease facility targeting young farmers and agro-entrepreneurs. This policy initiative reflects government's clear recognition that access to land remains one of the most significant barriers to entry and expansion in agriculture, particularly for young people seeking to invest in modern, commercially viable farming enterprises. We are happy that the establishment of this land lease facility will make state-owned lands available under structured, transparent, and secure leasing agreements, allowing young farmers and agro-entrepreneurs to plan, invest, and scale production with confidence. By reducing uncertainty around land tenure, this initiative is expected to unlock private investment and accelerate the adoption of improved technologies and climate-resilient production systems. This policy is a central component of government's broader strategy to expand agricultural output, strengthen food security, and position agriculture as a major driver of economic growth in line with the national target of having the sector contribute $700 million to GDP by 2030.
Minister for Agriculture, Roland Roye. He says the land lease facility complements other agricultural programs approved by government in 2025.
These include the Migrant Farm Labor Program which allows qualified farmers to lawfully access overseas farm labor to address the persistent labor shortages affecting the sector, and the Agricultural Rebate Program, which incentivizes investment in priority production areas such as poultry, protected agriculture, and tree crops. Together, these measures address the critical constraints of land, labor, and capital that have historically limited the growth potential of agriculture in Dominica. The government remains committed to supporting young farmers, not only with access to land, but also with technical assistance, extension services, infrastructure, and financing mechanisms necessary to ensure long-term success.
Minister for Agriculture, Roland Royer. Officers of the Social Welfare Division have called on parents to take their responsibilities seriously during the carnival season. Acting Director of the Department of Social Services, Dr. Tesha Coffey, Social Welfare Officer Sabrina Seaman, and Felicia George, Child Protection Officer, told the Disaster and You program on DBS Radio on Tuesday that parents must be vigilant and protect their children.
So my message mainly is to the parents. I would like to implore to the parents that children under 12 should not be left unsupervised, one at home, and if they go to the band, children under 12 should always have a adult supervision in the band. So you either send them with a trusted adult or you go with them. You should not have them in the band after a certain time. And those that are above 12 who you do send to the band, if you don't want to take them with you, you give them an appropriate time to come home. And you ensure that they come home at that time. You check their dressing, ensure that they are dressed appropriately, and have a discussion with them about their behavior when they go to the band, and about alcohol and drug consumption, about how to protect themselves. You speak to them on that.
Have the discussion with your child, and also do not tell a child to do something and you do the complete opposite. So in as much as we have in discussions with our children, we also have to try our very best to live by example. For example, you cannot be vexed at your child cursing when your child hearing you cursing 24/7. You are going to the band with your child, you dress appropriately, your child also dress appropriately. You ensure that you are not going to be intoxicated because your child is with you in the band. I don't know anything about carnival, but what I can say is the importance of protecting your children during this season, because predators are there. They are like a hawk on a tree waiting for your child. So please have discussions with your children. Teach your children how to protect themselves. If you don't know, get somebody at the Department of Social Services, the counseling unit. It is free. So if you don't know what to do, come. A counselor can sit with you and your child and help you, guide you on how to have discussions with your children.
I just want to encourage persons to celebrate. While they celebrate, let us create memories that we will be proud of after the carnival season. And let's encourage you to continue to protect your children, continue to guide your adolescents, and let us continue to support each other as we aspire to create a safe Dominica for everybody.
Acting Director of the Department of Social Services, Dr. Tesha Coffey. The Miss DSC Mass Jamboree pageant makes its return after a 5-year hiatus with 6 contestants vying for the title. Representative of the DSC Mass Jamboree pageant, Kiwan Thomas, says the event, which is set for Thursday, February 5th at Carnival City, promises to be a night of beauty and glamour.
Join us on Thursday, February 5th at 5 p.m. at the Carnival City for the spectacular night you don't want to miss. Come and support our stunning contestants as they light up the stage with elegance, confidence, and creativity. All competing for the Miss DSC Mass Jamboree crown. Come to see Kaylee Clark, come to see Nina Brown, Michaela Joseph, Nathalia Christmas, Shakai Andrew, and Kenisha Demizi. And when the crowns are placed and the party continues, stick around for the DSC Mass Jamboree after party. So what separates Mass Jamboree from a typical pageant is that we don't only provide you with a pageant, we give you an after party along with it. So your money is well worth everything. In the after party, we will have performances by Signal Band, by DJ MJ and MV on the keys, and DJ Slim. So Dominica State College will be bringing on vibes for the entire night. This is beauty, culture, entertainment, and excellence, all in one night.
Representative of the DSC Mass Jamboree Pageant, Kiwan Thomas. President of the Dominica Calypso Association, Gregory Caressa Riviere, has announced that the January 1 semi-finals will move to a new venue this year. He says Windsor Park Stadium has been chosen as the venue and 20 Calypsonians will compete for 9 spots to the finals.
So I was saying that 20 Calypsonians will move on to the semi-finals, and we really want to congratulate people like Daddy Chess, Bob, Nasher, Tasha P, Mystery, JD, Caressa, The Web, Checker, Sai, Observer, Royet, Abia, Sandy, Reds, Lady S, Mighty D, Checo, Trendsetter, and Carper P. Those are the Calypsonians that are going to be moving on to the semi-finals, the grand semi-finals, which will be held at the new venue, which of course is the stadium. So we are going to the stadium and we are going to bring you a completely new experience at the stadium. This, of course, will provide for general seating. We will also have a party VIP with seating, and of course, persons who want to jump and wave on the grounds, we have accommodations for that as well.
President of the Dominica Calypso Association, Gregory Caressa Riviere. That's the national focus, regional and international developments up next.
It's in the feeling and how we talk. It's in the meaning and our spark. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. 'Cause the rhythm of life is bumping. Together going strong. No matter what we keep this going. Before we will go all in. Our hands up in the sky. Celebrate and come let your rhythm flow.
DBS News.
In news from the region, Haitian Prime Minister Alex Didier Faye-Ami narrowly escaped dismissal today. A resolution for his dismissal had the support of 5 members of the Presidential Transitional Council before advisor Smith Augustine finally reversed his decision and refused to sign. In a correspondence addressed to the members of the Council, President and Coordinator of the Presidential Transitional Council said he was opposed to any resolution aimed at calling into question governmental stability ahead of February 7, which is when the Council is scheduled to step down. Meanwhile, the United States has warned that the Transitional Council in charge of Haiti against making changes to the troubled government's country. And internationally, forecasters have warned a powerful blast of cold air from the Arctic is expected to sweep through much of the United States over the coming days, bringing snow and ice to nearly 30 states and affecting nearly 160 million people. The National Weather Service expects life-threatening cold air to slowly move in an eastward direction from Friday. The Met Service says temperatures could plunge well below freezing in some areas. Separately, snow showers are already affecting an area of the U.S. downwind of the Great Lakes, which span the U.S.-Canada border. That's news, the DBS Evening Sports Report. Up next with Alian Christopher.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
It's in the feeling and how we talk.
It's a first win for the West Indies at this venue in 6 previous attempts, and they get a win in the series as well. They go down, yes, 2-1, a similar result from a few years ago when they last played Afghanistan in a bilateral series, but this is something at least for them to be proud of. It's what they came into this match playing for pride. And Afghanistan go down, West Indies winning by 15 runs.
Well, that's the voice of West Indies cricket commentator Samuel Badri as the West Indies picked up their first win at the Dubai International Stadium, beating Afghanistan by 13 runs in the third T20 International. Sharma Springer produced a man-of-the-match performance to give West Indies the edge over Afghanistan in the final match, claiming 4 wickets for 20 runs, including a hat-trick. Springer also hit an unbeaten 16 from 9 balls. West Indies batted first and got to 151 for 7 from their 20 overs. Brandon King got 47 from 35. Matthew Ford 27 from 11 and Johnson Charles got 17. Rashid Khan took 2 for 13. Abdullah Ahmadzai 2 for 30 and Zaya Rahman 2 for 45 bowling for Afghanistan. In their chase, Afghanistan had a 74-run opening stand between Ramanullah Gurbaz and Ibrahim Zadran. Gurbaz top scored with 73 and Zadran got 28, the only 2 batters in double figures for the Afghans. Shamar Springer was good with the ball. He had 4 for 20 from 4. Ramon Simmons 1 for 26 and Matthew Ford 1 for 29. West Indies won by 13 runs. Brandon King, West Indies captain, said he was happy for the win heading into the T20 World Cup. He also says there are areas to improve on as the Windies will now turn their attention to the T20 World Cup.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, we know we need a little bit more on the total, to give our bowlers something to defend. And the way the guys finished was really good from them, and it bodes well going forward. I think the difference in this game was just the execution. We had similar plans in the first 2 games, but I think the guys did exceptionally well today. All the bowlers, bowled brilliantly and really made it hard for them.
Yeah, it's very satisfying to be able to defend 152. Also get your first win here at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. So tell us, what are the lessons that you guys have taken from this series moving into the World Cup?
Yeah, as I say, I think we're coming up with good plans from a bowling point of view, and it's just execution. Obviously, our batting needs some work, trying to not face as many dot balls, through the innings to try and set up in the end better for the hitters. Obviously the fielding, we dropped a few catches this series, which kind of hurt us, in restricting them in the first 2 games. So there's areas all around to improve. Yeah, obviously it's great to end on a winning note, even though we lost the series. I don't think the first 2 games showed, what we're really capable of. I think this is closer to what we can do. Obviously we have some other guys returning now, after this series, so it'll only make us stronger.
Well, that's West Indies T20 captain Brandon King. Meanwhile, man of the match, Shamar Springer, who became the 3rd West Indian after Jason Holder and Romario Shepherd to take a hat-trick for the West Indies in T20s, said despite the series loss, it was good for the Windies, getting their first T20 win of the new year.
It feels great to get our first win in T20 cricket for this year. It's always good to win games, although it was a series loss, but as I said, we get some momentum going into the next series and into the World Cup.
Yeah, the average score here, first inning score is 155, I think. At 152, were you comfortable with it? And what were the thought processes and plans as you were about to defend that total?
Well, yeah, just knowing the pitch. Once you execute and stick to your lines, you will come out successful more often than not. We were more disciplined today.
And in terms of that hat-trick over, 25 needed off the last 2 overs. Obviously, that's to everyone and over. What was it that you wanted to do in that over with a clear mindset?
Well, honestly, my target was to defend 8 runs, so I could give Simmons as many runs to play with in the last over. And luckily, I think I went for 5. So yeah.
And in terms of the wickets, which one of them you preferred outside of that hat-trick ball, obviously?
I can't say any besides hat-trick ball. That was a nice one. I haven't had a hat-trick probably since I was probably 11 years old, 12 years old. So it's good to have taken one here in the international stage.
Well, that was the man of the match in the 3rd T20 against Afghanistan, Shamar Springer. The Afghanistan captain Rashid Khan said while he was disappointed to have lost the 3rd match, he was also equally happy to claim another series win over the Windies.
Well, I think it was so important for us before the World Cup to have a series, and winning that gives you more confidence and energy. But still, I feel like those areas we wanted to improve, we got so much positive from that, and that was something which was so pleasing than winning the series. And I think for us going on to the World Cup it's a massive preparation for us, and it will give us so much energy.
Well, that's Afghanistan captain Rashid Khan. West Indies winning the third T20 there against Afghanistan by 13 runs. Still of cricket, West Indies under 19, they picked up 2 valuable points heading into the Super 6 stage of the ICC Men's Under 19 World Cup. Zachary Carter scored a century and Shaquan Bell picked up 6 wickets to lead the West Indies under 19 to the 55-run victory over South Africa under 19 today. Carter scored 114 from 104 balls as the Windies got to 233 all out. Jonathan Van Lang got 29 and Joshua Dawn 20 to add to Carter's 114. Jacob Basson took 5 wickets for 23 and Jason Rolls 2 for 44 for South Africa. Well, South Africa in reply, they were bundled out for 179 in 37.4 overs. Jason Rolls got 46 before he was beautifully bowled by Vital Laws. Shaquan Bell got 6 for 40. Jakim Pollard 1 for 19, Israel Morton 1 for 27 and Vital Laws 1 for 60. The West Indies under 19 captain Joshua Dawn praised his team's character and execution after a strong all-round performance secured an important victory at the ICC under 19 Cricket World Cup and valuable points heading into the Super 6 stage.
Really good heart showing out there from the guys. And before we went out to bowl, the coach had all of us in the huddle and just give us a little pep talk, and it was really helpful. So yeah.
I'll get to that bowling performance. We need to start with that batting performance. A little bit of a speed wobble in the 23rd over where you lost those 3 wickets, but how special was that innings from Zach Carter?
Really special. Really happy for him. I thought he put his hand really well today. We were expecting some more things from him, and today he did really well for us and put us in a really good position.
How important was that in the context of how the batting has gone in this tournament to be able to post good totals so that you can be able to challenge sides?
Well, prior to the game, the coach spoke about putting up a better batting performance, and I thought we did that today really well.
I saw the bowling coach, Mr. Jerome Taylor, on the boundary line, full of encouragement. That huddle, what was said there to be able to make sure that you defend 230?
Well, to be honest, it was just to remember everything that we discussed in our team meeting, in our planning meeting leading up to the game. Just back ourselves and execute.
Big points that you take into that Super 6 stage. How important is it from a confidence point of view to be able to take those points into the next round, and also from a winning perspective?
Well, yeah, it's really good to take 4 of those points. I think it puts us in a better position, to qualify for the semis. And taking this momentum forward is really good. It gives us a big confidence boost.
That's West Indies under 19 captain Joshua Dawn. On to some football. The Dominica Grammar School, they are through to the finals of the Sports Division Secondary Schools under 17 football competition. The Dominica Grammar School beat the Portsmouth Secondary School 3-1 today and will meet the Castlebar Secondary School in the finals. Kalik Privo, Jayan Lockhart and Daniel Lawrence scored a goal each for the Dominica Grammar School. Jaden Thomas scored the lone goal for Portsmouth Secondary School. While the coach of the Dominica Grammar School, Joel Hamilton, spoke with DBS Sports following the match. Hamilton described the match as a well-played and competitive contest, noting that both teams gave strong performances before Grammar School asserted control in the second half.
Oh, well, it is, again, that's a normal thing. Final is not nothing new to us. I must say the game today was a very well-played game. Hard fought game. Both teams played their best. But at the end of the day, we were victorious. Second half, our boys really came out and they really played to the game plan in terms of winning every first ball and playing the game based on the condition of the pitch. Yeah, because the pitch was very waterlogged.
You mentioned that the team, played to the plan in the second half. Well, you were locked at 1-1 from all reports. You were locked at 1-1 during halftime. What was, really the team talk during that time, to get the guys going for the win in the second half?
Yeah, basically I told the boys, hey guys, you guys are doing a fantastic job so far. But if we are giving 70, let's give 100. And I mean, and I saw it in second half. I mean, we won almost every single ball in the air. 50 balls, we won them second half, and that was the difference in the two teams. First half, I mean, that would have had us locked head and head. But second half, I mean, the guys let them step up in terms of being more aggressive towards the ball, yeah, and playing smarter again based on the pitch conditions.
Okay, Coach, well, final question. You'll be facing the Castleberry Secondary School in the final. Of course, the Castleberry Secondary School, they have been a dominant force in schools football. What is going to be your strategy or, you know, your talk with the boys, you know, as you await the date for that finals?
Well, the game is on Monday. I think the final is on Monday. We don't have much time in terms of any preparation on the field, but mentally we have to deal with the boys and them. I mean, playing Castleberry is a normal thing. Most of the finals that have been played throughout the years is Castleberry and Grammar School. And I mean, Castleberry talk a lot, but normally we are the most, in terms of championships, we have plenty more than them in terms of when we meet them. So, but at the end of the day, the game is played on the day. So we'll see what happens in the finals.
Well, that's the coach of the Dominic Grammar School, Joel Hamilton. Meantime, in another match, Devon Dupuis scored a hat-trick for the Portsmouth Secondary School today, but his efforts were not enough as the Dominica Grammar School edged the Portsmouth Secondary School 4-3 in the under-14 division of the Sports Division Secondary Schools football competition. The two schools met at the Benjamin Park in the 7-goal thriller. Tylon Theophil, Philmon Green, Nikwan Johnson and Jaden Adonis got a goal each as the Dominic Grammar School took the match 4-3. Meanwhile, play was called off at Newtown today due to waterlogged outfield. The Isaiah Thomas Secondary School, they were supposed to meet the Castleberry Secondary School in the under-20 division playoff match. The Dominica State College A are already in the finals and await the winner of that playoff match between the ITSS and the Castleberry Secondary School when the new date has been announced. Well, Parliamentary Representative for Roseau South Constituency, Shakira Lockett Hippolyte, says significant progress has been made towards improving lighting at key sporting facilities in her constituency, with the Baffin State playing field expected to be commissioned as early as March. Lockett Hippolyte explained that the light poles and fixtures have already been erected at the Baffin State playing field, with only electrical works remaining.
The contractor has already been paid, and I'm hoping that early this year, I'm looking at March, that we will commission the lights at Baffin State. As you know, DFA is close by. You have the Olympic Association also is in that area. Recently, a new gym was opened in that area, and I noticed a lot of people use the field in Baffin State. We have a challenge, though, in that because of the river, and since after Hurricane Maria, the area is vulnerable. And so constructing a wall there is going to be very costly. But in the meantime, the intention is to do some backfilling and to protect the investments that we are going to make in lighting up the field. And Baffin State has been doing very well, the football club. And so we really want to do that for them. That's one of the things that they have asked for. And so I'm hoping that in March, we can commission the lights.
Parliamentary Representative for Roseau South Constituency, Shakira Lockett Hippolyte, well, she says plans have also been revealed to upgrade the Loubier playing field.
We're also looking at lighting up the Loubier playing field. After having a community meeting, the people said to us, especially the sportsmen there, that they want the lights, the field lights. The council has the lights already. I think the issue is getting the funds available to erect the lights. The council met with the Honorable Prime Minister this week at Intercontinental, and they too shared the same sentiments that they would like to see the field lighted, and the PM has given his commitment to assisting the council in lighting the Loubier playing field.
Roseau South MP Shakira Lockett Hippolyte. Finally, the Nikki and Denver Bar Domino competition reaches its decisive stage tonight, with the final round of matches set to determine the championship race. League coordinator Delvin Esprit reports.
The final round of matches will be played tonight in the Nikki and Denver Bar Domino competition. That's when Team Denver meet United Forces and Reform plays Jimmy Stars at 7 p.m. at Nikki's Bar in Maho. Team Denver can walk away with the championship if they defeated United Forces, whilst Reform will be hoping United Forces can beat Team Denver and Reform can defeat Jimmy Stars to force a final game between the two teams on Sunday. So Domino fans from Jimit, Warner, Mao and Campbell, the place to be is at Nicky's Bar from 7 p.m. to see top Domino action. Delvin Esprit reporting.
Well, all thanks to Delvin Esprit for that report. Of course, action begins at 7 p.m. at Nicky's Bar in Maho. Well, that's a wrap on this evening's Sport Report. I've been the presenter of the Sport Report this evening, Alian Christopher. Of course, Leila Langford brought you the news. And of course, on behalf of